Hello, YouTube. This is John, and I want to reach out to all of the dads of kids with autism tonight. I have a son with autism. He is 10 years old, and he's our oldest son. We have 6 kids, and it's been an interesting weekend, as it can be. This last week, he's had a week off of school, and I work at the school, so I get most all of the time that he gets off from school. School holidays, I get off, except for summers and a few professional development days. So now I'm going to take off tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday. Now I'm going to take off that professional development day. Because he's home, and it just somebody needs to be with him. I know that autism is a spectrum disorder, and there are people on all points of that spectrum. If your family or if your situation is anything like mine, dads out there, you are tired. You are worn out. Now I'm tired right now because it's late. I've been wanting to do a video like this for a while, but the time's never just right. It's never easy to just make a video, to try to prepare and try to get away from the family and make a video. Right now it's late and everybody's asleep. My son with autism is asleep. Thankfully, he sleeps pretty well. That is a huge blessing. I know a lot of people with autism do not sleep well, and that's rough. That's really, really rough. But yeah, I want to talk to the dads out there. Being a dad of a kid with autism, I felt like maybe I could relate to some of the struggles, some of the frustrations that you're dealing with, some of the disappointment. And just kind of wanted to talk about that. I know you're probably discouraged. I know you're probably this weekend was probably not full of, but it probably included disappointment, frustration. You're exhausted after dealing with your child because of the nature of their disorder and how. It usually brings behaviors. My weekend consisted of, it didn't, it included, fits, meltdowns, public nudity, aggression, defiance. What else? Screaming and things like that. Just a general hard time keeping up with my son. He likes to run. He likes to go. He does not like to sit still. And if he sees something that he wants or something that he wants to do, he's gonna go. He's gonna go do it. And so, I know, like I said, I know that this is a spectrum disorder, and that a lot of your experiences for this past weekend with your child were different than mine, but there are probably a lot of guys out there that were chasing their kid, or that were in public getting weird looks from people because your child was doing something odd, or your child had a sensory, something was wrong in the room. There was a noise, there was lights, there was something that set your child off, and they threw a fit, had a meltdown, whatever you want to call it, and people were looking at you funny. Now, thankfully, in 2019, honestly, in my experience, that's lessening. That is definitely lessening, and which is a huge deal. I mean, that's we've come a long way. Honestly, all of the awareness campaigns and things have been great, because I feel like people just have a better understanding of what's going on when a child is doing that. And honestly, most people that I talk to, they either have somebody in their family or they have a friend who has somebody in their family that has autism. So it's a lot more widespread. People are more used to it, but still, it doesn't make it any less embarrassing whenever your child does something in public. And my child has done some embarrassing things in public, but so I know you're discouraged. I know you can be down by that. And what else? I mean, I know that you might have been prevented from going somewhere. That happens a lot. Somebody has to be with my son all the time, or he historically has wandered off. He's a runner. He's a wanderer. Somebody's got to be with him at all times. He'll damage property. He'll just mess with things. He'll get into things. He'll be at one of the neighbors' houses doing something with their things. Or messing with one of the other kids. Something that needs to be watched all the time. So I know that my son has prevented me from doing a lot. I'm not a part of the fishing club. I'm not a part of. I mean, I just can't do. I can't go and do a lot of things that people go and do. So, but I want you to know there is a positive spin. There is and not really a spin, but there's a positive outlook on your life with your child with autism. That also may vary in the specifics of what that is in your life and mine. My child has forced me to be at home and to be with my family more. We just kind of have to stay together. We just pretty much stay at home. In lieu of doing a lot of things that the normal on the go family these days does. And but that's turned out to be a pretty good thing. Our kids like being home. Our home is a very loving and warm place. And we like home. So we are closer as a family than if we were allowed to just kind of be on the go all the time. So that's a blessing. It was in disguise for a long time for me. Our children our neurotypical children are I feel like they're a lot better off with a brother with autism, because autism is a lot more widespread, like I said, than it used to be. So when we are out and about, they see people from time to time that have a disability, whether the disability is autism or cerebral palsy, something like that, where the person either looks different or is acting, different, or odd, or whatever. My kids, they just go, oh yeah, that person's like our brother, and so they're a lot more accepting. They're a lot more willing to play with kids that are different than them, be around people who are different than them, and so that has been due to the fact that they have a brother with autism who does odd and weird things, and so that's shaped the rest of their life. To be honest, I mean that is a benefit for the rest of their life. So that's a positive thing. So I want to tell you that there is hope. I want to tell you there is hope for your future, for your child's future. There is hope for you right now. You may be going to bed tonight thinking there was nothing good about this day. When I wake up in the morning, my issues are going to be right there waiting on me. Because autism doesn't take a day off, Autism doesn't just go away. It's not work days and then you come home at 5 and you get a break. It's this destroys marriages. This destroys people's lives. It's a huge thing. So I want you to know there is hope for you. There is peace available for you. There is rest available for you. I believe in the Bible. I believe in Jesus, and I believe that the Bible has a lot to say, has a lot of Jesus's words to us in it. It's God's word. And so this passage in Matthew may help you. Hopefully it does. And if you don't believe in the Bible, if you don't read the Bible, if you don't believe in God, I want to ask you to just give this a chance. Listen to this, and take it, leave it, whatever. But give it a chance. Don't turn this video off now, because this has given me hope, and the source of these words have given me hope. So, in the book of Matthew, chapter 11, right at the end of chapter 11, this would be verse 28 through verse 30. Jesus says, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened." I think that includes us, definitely. He says, "I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." Jesus says you will find rest for your souls. So he's not promising a physical rest. He's not promising that you're going to be able to sleep in tomorrow for an extra hour, or even that you're going to get more sleep tonight. Because I know a lot of your kids may not sleep all night, and that is so hard. But what Jesus is saying is you can have rest in your soul. You can have peace. You can have inner peace. You can have inner joy. You can have hope through Him, through belief in Him. He was sent to the earth to glorify the Father in bringing His people back to the Father, pointing them back to the Father. I believed in Jesus, and I have a peace that, as the Bible says elsewhere, surpasses all understanding. Everything that should make sense doesn't make sense in light of Jesus, because I should not have peace in my heart, because I don't know what my son's future really holds for him and for us. I don't know if his behaviors are going to get better. They seem to be getting better slowly, gradually. It's hard to see that in the moment that you're having a bad behavior. But so I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen to my son in the long run. Is he going to be able to live with us? Would he be able to live on his own? I don't know. He would have to improve greatly. Will he be able to live with us? Will his behaviors allow that? There's a lot of questions in our mind, a lot to worry about. But when you have the peace of Jesus in your heart, you don't have to worry about that stuff. You can take that stuff to the Lord, because Jesus is real. He's alive. The Word says that He is in heaven with the Father. And so I believe that God made this place. I believe God made me, and that He made the world and everybody in it. And so I definitely believe that God can handle my worries and He can give me rest. And He has given me rest and peace, and it's available. It's available for you. And you may be, you may have grown up in church. You may have the worst taste in your mouth about church, or about church people, or about what you've heard about God. But Jesus here is not talking about rules and regulations, and you can go to heaven if you do this, or if you maintain. Jesus here is saying, I will give you rest for your souls. I know that there are a lot of legalistic churches out there that you walk away from, and you don't have a whole lot of rest in your soul. You have a lot of worry. You have a lot of things that you think you have to uphold and maintain. That was not Jesus' message. Jesus' message is, hey, if you're messed up, and really we all are, come to me. Jesus says, come to me, and I'll give you rest. come to me with your messed up self and all your messed up stuff. So I know that a parent of a kid with autism, you feel like your life's pretty messed up. We don't have the we don't have the level of autism that is kind of the quirky behaviors and kind of the cutesy thing where my son's a little bit quiet and he does things that are kind of quirky. He has little things that are kind of funny. We have some pretty serious behaviors and some pretty bad behaviors, and so but Jesus has given us peace. He's given us inner peace. So if he's done it for us, he can do it. He can do it for you. There's nothing special about me. I'll guarantee that. He can do it for you. So whatever you thought you knew about church or about God, forget what you knew about church. Jesus said, "Come to me, I will give you rest." So I want to leave you with that. I'm gonna leave the comments open to whatever anybody wants to say or comment. Feel free. You're not gonna hurt my feelings. If you need a vent in the comments, feel free. You're not gonna offend me or hurt my feelings. So, but please feel free to comment. If you do find peace from this, or if you have found peace in Jesus, please comment. I think there may be a lot of guys out there who need to read that and who don't see this video and just say, "There's one guy who is saying he's found peace." What credibility does that give? If you've experienced this and you're in a similar situation, a hard situation, please comment. Please let me know. There may be some people watching who are just barely making it, who may be contemplating some pretty serious stuff. So let's encourage them. I want to encourage you today, and I want to give you an avenue for peace and rest. So if you like, please subscribe, like this video or whatever. Hit the bell icon so you'll be notified for other videos. And I hope you have a great day and week, and God bless.